Hey guys, so this is the end of week 2 after my 4th treatment. So this is day 7 of that week, and this is where I'm going to end the sort of exercise video. And I must admit, I've done definitely more than I've done through the whole treatment cycles in this week, but it was more because I was focusing on seeing what I could do, try and push the boundaries and see how I'd recover and stuff like that. So today, I apologise, I didn't get any footage of this, but I will try and pop the Strava things up above my head here so you can see what I've done. But today I went down to one of the training sessions at the cycle track and did a 10-minute warm-up, which was, it was hard on the breathing, the legs, my muscles are just weak, and took me a little bit time to get going, and just the impact through the legs in terms of the running was tough, but got warmed up, so I'll show the warm-up, and then did some drills, some mobility and a couple of strides, which was hard, running a bit quicker, but felt quite good. So also, apologies for this, it's all in the aid of November, it will be gone soon. So did some drills, and I decided to do a bit of a session, so I did 6 1-minute runs with a 1-minute recovery, and I was quite impressed with what I was able to do. I was able to run around about the 5:30 per mile mark, which is actually much quicker than I expected, but I think it was just the fact that I was running for a shorter time, so being able to run for a minute, I could go a bit quicker and it doesn't hit my breathing as much.
But
and then
compared to where you started in your warm-up, you
it's
tried
miles
to
quicker,
you struggled a little bit at the start of your warm-up and had to slow it down, and then already by the session you kind of got into a bit more of a rhythm, hadn't you?
Yeah, so I think I'm finding with the exercise, it's shorter is better with breaks.
Which kind of aligns with the type of athlete you are anyway,
Yeah, so
doesn't it?
that is true as well. That all went really well. Bit sore and achy, but you've got to do these things to start your body adapting to it and get used to the impact again, get strength back in your muscles, and it's gone well. Happy with that, and did a 5-minute warm down, which I will try and stick up here. This is going to look really stupid if I don't manage to do that.
I was waving to Andrew during his reps. I'd finished my session, and it was quite visibly in front of him, but he was so in the zone that he didn't even see me. Because he was, you were really going for it. I was really impressed and surprised with how you looked. You looked bouncy, you looked, energetic, and how much you did today.
Yeah, I was sort of surprised myself. I wasn't trying to run to try and hit any pace. I was just trying to run to feel what I feel like I could manage for that amount of time. And it really does show you that you can just do more than you think. You shouldn't let these treatments dictate how much you think you can do. You just assume in your body, you're oh, I've had this sort of poison. It's I shouldn't be able to do anything. But your body just needs to adapt again, just needs to get used to exercising, because without the treatment, if you didn't exercise for months, you're going to feel rubbish when you start again. You can do more than you think you can. Try and mix up a harder day with an easier day, and an easier day could be really easy in terms of rest or just a walk. So yeah, just trying to try things out and test the limits a bit and show what maybe can be done.
Not having a plan is almost the best. As athletes, you're used to having a plan and structure and stuff, aren't you? But
yep.
Coming back from this scenario, the best thing is to not have a plan and to purely go off what your body's telling you.
Yep.
And listen to it over your almost athlete mindset. And I was really proud that you were listening to your body, because that's your biggest challenge on this. Being an athlete, you push through the pain barrier anyway, but in Andrew's situation, it's you have to do the opposite, and look after yourself on the build up. The coaches did say for him to use a heart rate monitor to just kind of keep a track of, he might feel good, but his heart rate may be way too high for where he's at the moment, and that's never going to end well. So just listening to your heart rate on the first few kind of running sessions back in each.
Yeah, heart rate's a good monitor of how well you've recovered and how hard you're actually pushing. That is something I do need to add in for sure, and just maybe take things a bit easier. But I think for me, it's definitely going to be getting used to running again. that's the end of the training exercise week 2 after treatment. So once you feel better from the symptoms of the treatment, it shows what you can start to do, but you do just have to build it up. Successful all round and happy with how that's gone, and I'll try and keep building it up for the rest of the sort of cycle. And I've got like just over 2 weeks now until my next one, so lots of time to get exercise in and get a bit stronger before the next one. Nice one. Over and out. Thanks for watching. So I'm having my first coffee back, and this is a week and 2 days after my treatment, and this is as long as it's took me to feel like drinking it, but it tastes good. So today is Saturday. I had a rest day yesterday, so my plan today was to run and try and do probably towards 30 minutes and see how that goes. This is what we're contending with today. You can see the rain coming down. We're just heading down to the canal to get a nice sort of flat run, but this is just one of those days where like the last thing you want to do is go out and run. It's cold and it's wet, it's throwing it down, and it's just a classic example of, you know, I've set the goal of trying to do a run today, and you just got to go out and get it. These are the hard bits about being an athlete and like getting towards your goals and progressing. It's, you have to go out on the hard days and just get through it and get by. So that's the motto today. Just a note on symptoms, how my body feels. After that first week after treatment, my body actually starts to feel like pretty good, like not too bad at all. It's responded well to the exercise actually, so I'm quite happy about how I've progressed over the last couple of weeks, and you know, feeling confident that I can start to push it a little bit. Oh, right, so I'm just going to try and video like as soon as I've got in the car here. That was really hard. So I mean, it's cold, wet, like all that, but the wind is like out and back because it's the canal, so the wind was like behind on the way, and felt pretty good to start. And so like I'd gone quicker than I've gone, so I managed like, so I went 15 minutes out. I think I was going like 7:10 per mile pace, which is like so much quicker than what I've done for that sort of distance. And then I turned back after halfway. I was like straight into the wind, like it was really, really bad wind. So from there it was like really hard. So after 20 minutes I had to stop. I think the average had gone to like 7:16 or something. I had to stop for a couple of minutes. I've not included that on my watch, but I just stopped it. So I stopped for a couple of minutes, and then I was like, right, I've done 20 minutes, I'll just try and do 10 to get back. But Jesus, it's so hard. Like, I've got like sore ears, like God knows why that is. Like, like on the way out I had someone running behind me, so like the competitive side was like, well, in my head I was thinking I'm not letting this guy pass me, which is like the complete wrong attitude for where I'm at. But that like athlete mindset just takes over, and today I wasn't clever, it was stupid, but I still have seen progression, but I just made it really hard for myself. Like that last 10 minutes I was just struggling so bad, arms everywhere, like no composure whatsoever, could barely lift my legs up, could barely breathe, like I'm still trying to catch my breath now. It's like all feels very tight, like I just had stitches all over my stomach area, like it was just dreadful. I just had nothing left, as they say. It's just so, it's just mentally really hard to like know how difficult that was. Like you just want to turn up and run and it just be like it was before, but
even like for me, I thought that Andrew running today was actually like reckless. As you know, from my point of view and from my role in this, I wasn't happy that almost his athlete mindset was creeping in, like, you just got to get it done, you got to get it. It's like, no, you're still in treatment, you've got to look after yourself, you've not got to catch an illness, a cold. And there's only so much I can do with telling him that, you know, today was a cross trainer day, stay inside, look after yourself. But, you know, sometimes he overrules me and wants to do what he wants to do, and I just have to, you know, be okay with that, knowing that it might not lead to a good place in terms of if he gets a cold and then can't have his treatment on Friday. But these are sometimes, like, you know, we want to show the difficult parts of it, and yeah, sometimes we have disagreements on what we think he should be doing, and yeah, it's difficult on my end as well, knowing that, you know, he shouldn't have really been out there today.
Yeah, I mean, Leah's probably right, but as always, but it's just so, I don't want to swear, but like, it's just so rubbish. Like, I just want it to go away. Like, I just want to be back to normal, like where I was before, and like, it is just demoralising. Like, running on the canal when you normally just like flying past people, and you know, you're not used to people coming up behind you and pushing the pace. So like the ego side of it is quite tricky in the sense, like, I just want to get treatment done, get back to normal, and like just be training again. So like for me, I've been like trying to have one rest day these last couple of weeks and just work hard through it, and today the athlete mindset just took over and was like, just push it, and then I just end up in a hole, and it's just so frustrating. Like, just that's the thing I find hard, like actually coming to terms with my reality in a sense. Like, I just want to wake up and it be like it's not really happened and I can just get back to normal, but it's not really the case. So it's about patience, I think, and listening to the people around you, like this one over here. But it's not easy. Like, I want to preach all this stuff about, you know, build up your exercise slowly, do what's sensible, but I don't know if I really practice what I preach in that sense. But it's just part of like learning, and like, I've just been rambling now, but I did see progression today, but it's just frustrating. Like, you're so far away from what you know, so it's just having to deal with that. But yeah, I got nothing left to say.